So I'm doing cardio. I'm picking shit up. Putting shit down. And fucking picking it up again. Why am I doing this? And I'm getting fucking fat again. What the fuck? So, well, I like to get on here and tell you all the shit that works and all the great self-experiments that I've done that have turned out well, and my latest self-experiment is... it's bullshit, is what it is. So let me give you a quick update on me. So as you know, I've been doing the cardio thing for a couple weeks now. I may have missed a day or two here and there. And then on Saturdays they do resistance training, which I'm doing as well. And I've kind of generated a little bit of an interest in the resistance training because I want to start getting in shape to be able to carry my pack out on the trail, but as heavy as it is. I'm being told that no matter how much training I do, it's always going to suck. There's no amount of physical fitness that's going to make that not suck. But at the very least, I like to know I'm in a little bit better shape than, the winter has softened me up for. Plus, I have a lot of potential in terms of my arms and legs looking really good if I fucking do that. But I really don't care about that. It's more about carrying the pack. But I am noticing as I do these exercises that muscles that are lying dormant, so to speak, are popping out. That being said, there's a few things that, I know in order to build muscle and to build strength, I need to overeat a bit. But I haven't really, I pounded some extra fat throughout my day. I put a little more butter on my fucking meat. I haven't upped the protein that much. And just things have kind of gone downhill over the past week or so in some strange and disturbing ways. My weight is up. I'm like 6 pounds. I've gained 6 pounds. There's no way I put on 6 pounds of fucking muscle. Impossible. So I got to really examine why that is. Well, first of all, I know my water retention is up. That's one. And I've noticed that I've bloated quite severely. And I think the factor in that is I got treated to a meal in a restaurant. And that restaurant, and I was able to stay dirty keto, and I do consider it strongly dirty keto, in the fact that I had chicken wings, medium hot chicken wings, I didn't sense any sweetness or any sugar slipped to me through that. And I had some salad and some vegetables with it, some celery in particular. I like to have celery and some blue cheese. Somewhere in there, that fucked me. Because for the past 2 days, I got really bloated. I feel run down. My energy levels have plummeted since then. They're starting to rebound a little bit now. The bloating seems to be coming down. My belly measurement went from 36 inches, which is at the start of this, up to 36.25 inches. So that's where the bloat is happening. And I'm definitely holding on to weight. So that's culprit number one. So I guess the moral of that story is don't always just assume you're getting fat again just because you step outside of your plateau range. Especially if there's these variables that you've introduced that weren't part of your normal routine. So I've introduced more than one variable is my fucking problem, so I can't tell what's fucking with me and what isn't. I also have had an intense strength workout, which it took me 3 days of soreness to recover, despite eating plenty of protein and fat and making sure that, I fed my workout, which I absolutely believe I did. I had to have taken in at least 3,000 calories in the first day post that. So that should have more than adequately compensated for that. And pretty much I've been sedentary and eating normally, which means I'm probably eating more calories than I should be anyway, for the past couple days. So I know I'm in a surplus calorically, to the point where I'm hoping it's enough to provide what my muscles need to recover and rebuild and maybe even grow a little. Obviously, growth being the goal. So, I'm new to the bodybuilding part of this, so I am currently starting to research that. I do know that there are keto bodybuilders I'll be looking to. I'm not looking to start carb loading, which is what most normal bodybuilders are going to suggest. In addition to that, there's something coming down the line. The coach for this bicycle club is paying to have me have sessions with this personal trainer, and from what I can tell, this personal trainer knows his job pretty well in terms of building strength and endurance and really just taking care of muscle, so to speak. I could tell, there was one point where I was doing this sit-up exercise and my back started hurting because I'm old as fuck. And he said, well, try this, and I think it was just to keep my ass a little more to the ground and just do the crunch in a different way. And when I did that, the pain not only went away, it didn't bother me the rest of the workout. So he knows a thing or two, so I'm interested in what I can learn from him during the personal training sessions, and I'll probably become a member of that gym since it's not a long-term membership thing. I can pay by the month and go by the month, which a lot of gyms fuck you like that. So yeah, I've bought into this whole pick shit up, put shit down, but only until the weather breaks, until I can get out on the trail and do what I love doing to both improve my fitness, and because to me I still don't enjoy the gym. I don't like being in there. I don't like picking shit up, putting shit down. I don't like fucking cardio at all. And I prefer to get my cardio at the pace that I'm going to normally be doing it, and I know I'm going to be doing some mountain biking, but I'm not doing it competitively, so I don't need to be at peak performance in terms of fitness for that. So that's where I'm at with the exercise. So could all of this extra introduction of exercise into the mix be causing me a problem? I can't fast for a long fast like I want to fix my current issue. I just got to keep plunging on, and what happens until I'm finished with the bulk cycle, so to speak, of trying to build some muscle. So if I get fat, I don't know what the fuck. That means I'm going to have to bust my ass again to knock off the fat while trying to hold on to the muscle, which involves a lot of fasting, intermittent fasting my way down. Not necessarily even long fast. We're talking nothing more than 48 hours probably at a time, but frequently enough to start utilizing my body fat and preserving the muscle. I know I could do a really long fast and preserve the muscle that way, but it's just hard to do when you're in a physical workout state, because I do know from experience when I did the fasted hiking that wasn't the best life choice. That definitely peeled away. It worked marvels for taking off a bunch of fat at the time, which I subsequently regained later. But for the most part, long fasted workouts should be confined to like walking without serious strenuous shit. When you're doing something in excess of 5 days of fasting. Maybe even, I wouldn't even do it 3 to 5 days of fasting is about the rough point. And once you're past that, you might want to take your activity down a notch. Otherwise, you'll accelerate your metabolic drop and you'll subsequently could be regaining more weight. So that's the reason that this is on the table is a suspect for me, once again, stepping outside my thing, because my diet hasn't really changed much. I still have reintroduced the same things. It's 90% carnivore with occasional cheats with vegetables. And so it can't be the diet that's causing this weight regain. It's got to be the going to the restaurant, which was a variable that was a bad idea. Eating a little bit more veg than I normally do is another culprit. The fact that I'm doing this exercise and maybe I'm not, because I don't count calories, I might not be eating enough to compensate, and as such, experiencing a drop in metabolism and resulting in some weight gain when I'm not working out. And that's kind of, I hope I don't get sucked into that world where I have to pound the fucking fuckmaster just to maintain my fucking weight. It's bullshit. I don't want to do that forever. So we'll see. It's going to be an interesting year on my journey because I'm trying to up my physical fitness level and my muscles, and my strength a little bit in preparation for some of the ambitious things I want to do. And those are some extreme hikes, one of which is Yosemite, is the big one I want to do this year. And that's a 3.5 mile, 2,000 foot elevation change up to the top of Yosemite Falls. That's what I want to do. That's my big goal, and I want to spend the night up the top of the mountain there, and or the top of whatever the fuck that is, and enjoy the views, do some time lapses, hang out a bit, and then come back down, and that'll be that trip. But I do know that I'm going to need to carry a fairly heavy pack up there if I'm going to spend the night up there. And that is going to be a grueling hike, and I'm going to be training for that. And I'm probably going to be training at Tinker Falls, which is a 2 mile straight up hike, but it's probably not as straight up as Yellowstone. But it's enough to really, if you saw the video I did at Tinker Falls, you'll know that it was a rough one. And the goal would be able to do that 2 miles without having to do a chair break, but I'm a pussy, so there's be a lot of chair breaks. I'm going to share that whole fucking experience with you as I do it too, as I do with many of my hikes that I've done in the past, even though some of you don't like those, but it's part of what I'm doing physically to take care of myself and mentally to get out there too, which I get into a lot. And since this is a lifestyle channel, those videos will be here. Anything a little less like haunting videos and that kind of shit, I'm planning on moving to another channel at some point. But anything that involves fasting, hiking, lifestyle, wilderness survival, all of that is in the wheelhouse of fasting, keto, diet, what nature is supposed to do for us. Those kind of videos will remain here. And the haunted places or the just vloggy shit, I'm probably going to start another channel for eventually when I get out into the world again instead of in front of fucking green screen. At least I have this pretty serene woodsy background going right now, right? Yeah. It's almost like I'm there, except I'm really in my little room in front of my fucking green screen. I miss nature. Maybe that's the big thing too. I just haven't fucking got out there in so long that my body's shutting down from being cooped up all the fucking time. I know you're saying get out there in the cold, you pussy. Fuck that. I don't need to be freezing my balls off. It has been shitty here. I haven't seen the sun, hasn't poked through the clouds in a while. And by the time I get out, because I work nights, I usually have missed half the fucking day anyway. So, yeah, I'm a little lacking in the vitamin D. As for depression, none to speak of. I've not had a problem with that. And the other variable is quitting alcohol, which I don't think would cause me to regain weight. There's no science that would support that. In fact, I'm trying to do the opposite and clean out the liver, and I'm thinking the exercise and the quitting the alcohol and all of that shit is going to take care of my fucking nasty ass liver. But to be fair, that's where the bloat happens, like right there. It is fucking, it looks almost alien to me. Now, to be fair, since the weight loss, I've had a lot of body dysmorphia. That's where you always look in the mirror and you see a fat fuck and you're like, fuck, I'm fat. Fuck, I'm fat. Everyone around you's like, you look fine. Shut the fuck up, you piece of shit. Look at me, you prick. You fucking dickhead. Quit telling us how fat you are. You're not fucking fat anymore. You're no longer qualified to be a fat fuck. Sorry. But, when you've been a fat fuck and you look in the mirror, you're always going to see a fat fuck, no matter how skinny things are. I mean, I could see muscle and vein and, shit like that. Yes, I'm not really muscular. And I got a little bit of loose skin action here that's not going anywhere anytime soon. Unless I fill it with muscle, which is not going to happen because I don't like picking shit up and putting shit down. But I can tell my fat is low in those areas. It's just the belly area, and when I look at the belly area, I hate it. And even if I lose all of the fat that is currently held there, there's plenty of loose skin. It's never going to be pretty, you know? I'm never going to be Thomas DeLauer in this bitch, because I don't have the patience to do as much fucking strength training as he's done. But, you know, maybe I'll look like Snake Diet guy where, you know, there's a lot of fat over his muscles so you can barely see him. I'm just saying, I look at myself and I see a fat fuck. And that's never going to change no matter what I do. And because I'm intelligent enough to know that, I don't put a lot of stock in it. And it helps to not give a fuck, really. So if that's something that concerns you, if you think you're fat, even you might not be, you know, that's a mental thing. It's a real thing. You know, body dysmorphia, look it up. So, you know, I don't know what the fuck. But this morning, my measurements, 203 pounds, which is the most I've weighed in a while. And as you recall, I recently did a fat fast to knock it back down into my point. But I can't really do another 5-day fat fast with my current goals because you can't really do a long fast and build strength. You're going to have to just suck it up and get a little fat. And that's what's going to suck. So I'm finding as a keto, even as a keto, I'm going to have to bulk cut, do a bulk cut cycle. So I'm on a bulk right now, and I'm going to be a fat fuck. And I'm sorry for those of you who unsubscribe because I don't know what the hell I'm doing because I'm getting fat again. I understand, you know. Hopefully you understand why I'm doing it. I'm trying to build some strength, and you can't do both at the same time. There are some that will argue you can build muscle. No, it's physics, you know. If you're not taking in enough to have the amino acids necessary for tissue growth and the calories necessary for the energy to provide new cells, because cells only grow in an abundance of energy. And it stands to reason that you're going to always overshoot the mark because our body, you don't know how much you're burning metabolically because of our changing metabolisms. So even if you use MyFitnessFuck, you won't really have it honed in. Some people figure it out and they're great bodybuilders and they've been doing it for 4, 5, 6 years and they look great and fucking they're strong as shit. Some injure themselves and fuck themselves up, which I'm trying to avoid because I am in that age bracket where, you know, I could probably destroy something. And, you know, so it's not an exact science, so it's hard to really, sometimes you just got to overdo it a little, you know, calorically. And the consequence of that, especially if you're a carb burner and you're doing it the carb way, is you're going to produce fat alongside of muscle. And then it becomes this ever contest of removing that fat while preserving the muscle that you've gained. So we'll see. This might just be one big fail, and I might at some point be like, fuck this, I'm tired of picking shit up and putting shit down. But in the meantime, I am going to be doing sessions with a personal trainer. And my goal for that is to build muscle, to build some strength endurance. Probably going to work a lot on my core because that's the most important thing for carrying a backpack. Leg strength, obviously. So there's a lot for me to do. And then once I've done with those sessions, I'm probably going to continue to train on my own, or just do. I'm looking at Tuesdays and Thursdays being like one day being arm focused and upper body focused and core, and then the other being legs. So have an arm day a week, a leg day a week, and recover the rest of the time. Although I'm doing cardio on Monday and Wednesday, and then another body weight session on Saturdays usually. So yeah, I've got a pretty intense workout schedule forming since I started helping this youth mountain biking group. So yeah, being a coach means I'm gonna have to fucking get in shape and shit. Yeah, even though I'm fatter than I've ever been right now. It's fucking shit. This video is an exact reason why I am not a fucking expert. I'm just a fucking asshole, right? You know? And I'm hoping that there, this stepping outside my range in terms of my set point stops again. I hope I have a new higher set point at the very least, to where I can continue my current pattern of trying to build some muscle and not just skyrocketing. But like I said, the problem with that is balancing that energy expenditure. If I do not feed the workout, A, I don't build any new muscle when I do that, and B, my metabolism drops and I gain even more fat, because during the rest periods are primarily when I'm doing a lot of this caloric intake, and if my metabolism's down, most of that's going to get shunted into the fat. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not panicking yet. I don't like seeing the above 200 on the scale at all, because I realize muscle's heavier than fat, but I know that I'm not building that much muscle in this short a period of time. Another factor is I haven't taken a huge shit in a while. I've taken these little nugget shits that you find that are common on the carnivore diet. So there's that. Maybe I'm just got the big ones ready to happen. I don't fucking know. So those are my thoughts on my weight regain and why I feel fat again. Don't know if I'm really fat again. I just know I feel that way, and I've been really bloated. Another issue that has cropped up over the past 2 days, and it's ever since the number one culprit is this meal at the restaurant, because the hot wings were probably fried in vegetable oil. There was probably vegetable oil in the dressing for the salad. The celery probably had enough glyphosate in it to kill somebody. I don't know. No, the celery wouldn't have too much glyphosate, I wouldn't think. It's not desiccated and dead, so it can't be too glyphosate, and they don't GMO celery, so that can't be it. But that doesn't mean that somewhere in that salad I didn't get a nice dose of it. And I don't know, we just need to really just, I guess, press on and hope that the fact that I quit drinking, which I haven't had a drink since I quit, and I have no plans to, I'm hoping all of these little changes I've made, including the upping my physical fitness, have a positive result. Otherwise, I'll just go back to doing what I did last year, and that's hike until I feel like I'm about to fucking die and do my fasts and my normal diet and hope for the best. It didn't seem till I started fucking around trying to improve even more that I might be taking a step back. So it's weird how that works. And that's a problem. You can overdo it. So I'm not a fucking expert. I'm just a fucking asshole. And hopefully my journey is helping you with yours. Either you can point at me and say, "See, you fucked up, you piece of shit. I'm not doing what the fuck you're doing. Oh my God, that's horrible." Or, you'll see what I'm doing and I'll get some result that you wanted, and maybe you can use that in your formula for your journey, and which is why I'm here. So, if you found this video enlightening, or you just want to see how this plays out, or you feel sorry for me in the gym when you know I fucking hate it there, head to ScottTheTruckDriver.com and leave a tip in the virtual fucking tip jar. You can also go to the support page and do so directly through PayPal or Bitcoin, and I'll keep making more of these fucking videos and spending time. I did take a few days off this week because I worked through the weekend. I got another busy work weekend ahead of me, and I needed some time to do absolutely fucking nothing. Plus, I was recovering from the gym, and I get to go do some cardio again tonight. Yeah. Let me know in the comments if you want me to start filming my training journey. I haven't really sat down with the personal trainer to start those sessions yet. But I would be interested in, if you guys want to see that, because I have my little Osmo Pocket I can bring with me on those, and just kind of talk about what I'm being taught and what I'm doing. If you want me to share my attempts at building muscle on here, I can do that, even though it's kind of a little... I'm not a bodybuilding channel, so it's not really, but it is part of the lifestyle, and it is something I feel necessary to do so that I can do these hikes with a little less suffering, a little less misery, a little more endurance. Otherwise, I could die out there, and I don't want to fucking die. So, it is what it is with the picking shit up and putting shit down. Just sounds so oppressive. I feel like Conan spinning that big fucking thing in that movie, And Arnold, he knows how to pick shit up and put shit down. Wrote books and shit. He still picks shit up and puts shit down. And he's what, 80? I don't know. But he's still more in shape than I am. And he's a carb burner too, I think. I don't know. I have to look into how he did it. But, hopefully it doesn't rhyme with steroids. Please like and subscribe for more shit. And also check out my podcast on ScottTheTruckDriver.com. That also supports this shit. I'll make more shit and shit. Even while I'm picking shit up and putting shit down, I'll still make shit. Also, the weekly podcast will be up again this Friday. And there's also a monthly live stream I do here on this channel for those of you just joining me. We're approaching... I never thought I'd see, this channel hit where it's hit. I'm over 1 million views at this point total for the channel. I'm on track to hit 10,000 subscribers within the next month or two, which is not what I pictured when I started this shit. So we'll see how that goes. I can't wait to get the fuck out of this room, though. This is enough to make you go crazy. Yeah, might be losing my fucking mind. Have a nice motherfucking day. And shit. It's fucking tired of picking shit up and put it down and leave it there. Nobody wants to see that shit anymore. Jesus Christ, will you just leave it there? You don't need to pick it up and put it down. That's accomplishing absolutely nothing. You're not doing anything fucking productive, you piece of shit. God damn it. Stop.